Every person in the world, never mind only men, need to become good at speaking and very articulate. Since I started making YouTube videos, I have noticed very much how truly bad I am with speaking. I stutter, I get my words mixed up, I'm slow to think, and that only translates to me being a worse speaker in person, and it means that I have much more anxiety before I even make videos or speak to people. I have no script for this video, so all this video is off the top of my head, and I'm going to notice things I'm doing wrong. Like just there now, I noticed I look away or look down when I'm trying to think of what to say, which makes me break eye contact with the camera or the person, and then it means that I seem less trustworthy, as if I were making eye contact when speaking. But long video format videos like this, well, I don't know if it'll be long, but videos coming off the top of my head that will not have any script will make me more articulate and make me a better speaker, and this is what everybody should do. Because I'm very passionate about men's problems and the society in which the men live and how the society influences the men and vice versa, and then throw the women into the mix, and then throw psychology and evolutionary biology and personal differences, and there's a lot to it. And I'm beyond fascinated to think about that and explain all of that. And through me explaining all of that, I will certainly become more articulate the more and more I make videos. And the worst part about me not being very articulate, and the worst part about me not being very articulate is that I recently started a sales job. And I'm only on my second week, I'm not doing good, but that's a given because I am new. But I really notice how bad I am with people. This isn't an excuse, but I know that I was heavily... Well, I'm still introverted, but I was heavily awkward and shy and kept to myself when I was younger. And it's only very recently that I've started being able to talk to even the camera and be able to use my outside voice with in front of the camera. And use tonality and emotions and facial expressions. Because you could look back at my video that I made about ghrelin and how it affects hunger and all. And fun fact, I was actually held at gunpoint when I was making that video. I was told that if I show any signs of emotion, I will get shot. And one thing about speaking that is crucially important and that I need to work on as well is smiling. And I've always said to myself that smiling is something that it just isn't me and I can't do because I'm not used to it and I feel awkward and stupid excuses like that. But then I thought about it. And this would apply to anyone else who thinks the same way as me. Everyone wants to look good and everyone wants to have good posture. And so you involuntarily pinch your shoulder blades back and keep your shoulders down. It's not natural, but you do it so to look proper and presentable. And smiling is the exact same. You just tense a few muscles so to look a certain way. Same way you tense muscles to make you seem more confident and more presentable. Because I was scrolling through YouTube today and I got recommended this video about this guy who met Andrew Tate. I didn't watch all of it, I only watched the start to get a general gist of the video because I wasn't interested in watching all of it. And he said how charming Andrew was, and Andrew came up, was talkative, was nice, and he smiled. And that stuck with me because I've been thinking about having to smile more. But it's the fact that Andrew is supposedly a very serious guy. And so with my bad way of thinking, I would understand if he never smiled and wanted to intimidate everyone. But he doesn't do that. He is extremely powerful, successful, and strong. Yet he smiles, is charming, and is nice. Don't think that you don't need to smile because you are some sort of way. I've been told so many times that when I relax my face and rest, I look angry and it's like my resting bitch face. I understand, but I do look like I could hurt someone. And people will be intimidated by that. Especially with me working sales and trying to be nice and building rapport with people and having their best, and then them trusting me to have their best interests in my heart and to sell them the right thing. No, there is a lot to it. Like I said at the start of the video, every person, not only men, need to become well spoken and articulate. It is very important, especially for the men watching, because you need to be confident and competent in terms of your speaking ability, for you to be given power in terms of anything. Because you could say so much nonsense and make things up, but if you have confidence, people will believe it. And that's how people can make up stuff on the internet, say it with confidence, and then loads of people believe it. But then they eventually get caught out, and then it's not worth it in the long run for their image and for their brand, if there is one. So it's not to say if you have confidence you can deceive people, because you eventually will get caught out and it won't be worth it in the long run. But saying the truth and saying meaningful things with confidence is what makes the difference, because people will believe it, they will question you, you will prove them wrong, other people will prove them wrong, and then you only benefit in the long run. And that's why it may seem to some people that I have a lot of confidence and charisma when making these videos. Because one guy did comment on one of my videos asking about, do I use script? Then he added me on Discord and then he spoke, and then he did say I was charismatic, which is the first time I've ever had that in my life. But that just shows that if you're passionate and confident about something enough, people will feel and see that. And it is not only the core confidence that you have within yourself, it is also the confidence that you have in what you're saying. Because I am beyond confident and assured that what I am saying is the truth, and that people need to hear it. Because you could comment on any of my videos trying to disprove me, saying I'm wrong, saying this is wrong, or whatever, and I know that I'm not wrong. What I'm saying is the truth, and I will double down on the truth. And I also made this video as kind of a test to myself, and through making longer form video to improve my speaking ability, so then I can speak better with people and in making videos and whatever else it may be. I've certainly rambled on, and you do need to sometimes ramble on to learn. You need to make mistakes before you can learn. And that's what something like this would be. God knows how coherent I sound or how much sense I'm making. But if you've watched this far into the video, do not be afraid to make a video and just ramble on, talk nonsense, and maybe make like 2 good points in a 15-minute video. Because you will only benefit in the long run through being able to talk to yourself in a room alone. And after you talk to yourself in a room alone enough times and post it, people will start watching them. And then you will realize that people will listen in to what you're saying. And it makes a difference, and it only makes you have more confidence within yourself. Because recently, as of recording this, I had a video blow up to around 2,000 views now. And people were giving me praise and saying that I was talking facts, warrior mindset, whatever. And the praise of course felt good, but as I made the video and as I wrote the script and all, I didn't think the words held that much weight. And so now it really does feel like I'm making videos for people to see. People will see it and they will have an opinion. It may be good or bad, but they will have an opinion. And so it feels like I'm less so talking to myself now. And although it makes me doubt myself slightly more that I'm making videos for people to see, because then I worry if what I'm saying is true, or if I don't understand something enough, or whatever it may be. And I am quite fond of these raw, longer form, unedited videos for when I watch something. So I will dabble in these types of videos more so, because they will help me make my shorter, faster paced videos easier. Through being able to word out long sentences without stuttering, stopping, forgetting what I need to say, messing up a word, having a lisp, my voice cracking, whatever it is, my mind has gone blank. I think that means that I've said everything that I wanted to say, and so this rant, if you want to call it, has ended. Hopefully the slower paced, more raw type of video has helped you, and if it has helped you, do go apply it into your life. Go make long form raw videos on stuff that you care about, because it will mean that you will benefit. People will benefit from the information you give when they watch you, because you will become a more confident, well-spoken and charismatic man. Ah, God. That's about it. G-Cub.